Free Comic Book Day Mini-Con is coming the first Saturday in May, May 2nd. We are giving away 20,000 comics, way more than we gave away last year. This week's comic books and Frozen Minis. A lot of good books out. Free Comic Book Day is coming. Don't forget May 2nd. Coming up this week, we'll have a full list of the guests coming, all of the schedule of what's going on. You guys are going to be really excited when you see what we've done this year. So, oh, and speaking of that, don't forget, every Tuesday night is art night. Tonight is the first live model. Sorry, it's going to be a little too late when you see this, but you'll know for next time. It's going to be the last Tuesday of the month. We've also got writing every Thursday night, so make sure you come down for both of those events. All right, let's kick this out with opening a Frozen figure, because we're going to take valuable time away from the comic books just so we can see what's in here. I'm really hoping for an Olaf. It's not. Oh, look at that! And his head's on upside down. Let's see what the rarity of that is. 1 to 36. Not as rare as the regular Olaf. Very strange. I feel gypped. All right, so let's get into the books. A lot of things ending this week. World's End is ending. The weird thing about it, I'm just going to show you all these because I'm going to talk about them in general. Future's End ending. Batman Eternal ending. All of these end, but we don't really get an ending. Batman Eternal ends, no closure for the Bat family. Future's End ends, I'm going to ruin it. They don't win. The future is still taken over by the Omax, and it ends with them going, we've got to find a way to start or stop this. Isn't that the way it started 48 issues ago? Yeah, and then Earth 2, Darkseid wins. I mean, the planet's done, but everybody from that planet is on ships trying to find a new home, which will ultimately, because we've seen it in Future's End, lead them over to the DCU where they will find refuge. So I don't know how I feel. It was a great run. Oh, and Darkseid whoops, just absolutely whoops on Green Lantern. He went through this whole big thing of, I'm going to pull from the spirit energy of the whole multiverse, and it's going to be wonderful, and I'm going to beat up Darkseid. It did not work. So what that proves is Darkseid is not to be messed with, and just because Earth Prime happened to beat him doesn't mean it's going to happen again. I cannot wait. And you know what I really didn't like about Earth 2? My girl Big Barda got turned into a bad guy. Not a big fan of that. Harley Quinn holding dynamite. What more need be said about that? Inhumans, this one I'm really excited about, guys. You got McNiven on the art, you got Soule doing the writing, but the thing I'm really excited about in this is my favorite Marvel villain is the big guy in this. It's Kang. I can't get enough of him. The time travel, it's so much fun. In fact, I'm hoping we'll see some Kang in that Ultron Forever that I talked about in the previous video. You got Ultimate Avengers. They are still on Counter-Earth, still trying to discover the secret of Wanda and Pietro, and evidently Marvel tells us when they finally discover that secret, it's going to change their world forever. I'm going to use that a bunch today. Convergence will change the DC forever. And this is changing things forever over at Marvel as well, because it's coming to a head. This is what's leading into Secret Wars. And when all the worlds, all the different multiverses are pulled together into one world by the Beyonders, and afterwards, the Marvel Universe will never be the same. Guardians of the Galaxy, I love that cover. The only thing missing on here is Mantis. If we could have got her in there, we could have had the 3 green premier ladies from Marvel. A little disappointed, but I love that art style.
Probably changing the world.
She is out there changing the Marvel world forever. I can't, you know what, I hope we see her in the, I want to see Mantis, I want to see Moondragon in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's so many things I want to see. Kang being among them, that would be so fantastic. Black Vortex, took me a second, continuing here. This is a Cyclops, Ice Man and Groot episode as they decide what to do with the Black Vortex while everybody else is out battling. Amazing Spider-Man, Slot doesn't stop. Ufology, I would love to tell you what this is about, but I didn't read it yet. It looks great though. Art is really neat, and I'm always down for a #1, especially over at Boom or Image. Southern Bastards. You guys have to pick up the trade if you have not read this. I've talked about that book way too much, so I'm going to stop. Poet Anderson by some musician that I don't care about. I don't know him. Who is it? DeLong? Maybe somebody can tell me who that is. God Hates Astronauts, still hilarious, can't get over it. Feathers, you guys should be reading this. This is a lighthearted, really fun book. All ages, it almost really feels like a Jim Henson-esque thing, so I highly recommend Feathers. Angel and Faith, can't get enough of my Buffy. Cluster, this one has gone under the radar, but it's one of my favorites. The first issue hooked me, the second one just held me there, so I'm really excited to read the third. Black Science, we don't need to say much more about Remender. Low came out in trade paperback form last week, so make sure if you haven't picked it up that you do pick it up. All right, we have got a giant list of people who said, give me everything Star Wars. And we're going to see how quickly that list dwindles once they realize that that Marvel and Disney are going to put out like 1,000 Star Wars books. Here's the newest one, based on the character from Rebels. He is the last Padawan. He's getting together a resistance group, and he's the only Jedi among them to try and fight the Vader and the Emperor. Dying in the Dead, Hickman. We've still got number 1s up there. Number 2 comes out tomorrow. And a couple trades I really wanted to show you about. I wanted to show you and tell you about. Adventure Time. I don't want to throw these on the ground. Groo and Conan. This is just novel because the Conan stuff is drawn like Conan. The Groo stuff is drawn like Groo. And it's the Clash of Titans. Goon. This is coming to an end quick, guys. You were not going to get any more Goon quick, but if you like him, you can get Big Man Plans. Number 1 is out on the shelf right now, and it was a very interesting read. It is not for the light of heart. Demo. If you wanted the Brian Wood, Becky Cloonan stuff, all in one spot. This is, I believe, 18 issues, all standalone stories about young people with powers and what they would do in the real world. And a flash to the past, got some Modesty Blaise. Want something different? Want something fun? This is the place to go. So thank you very much, you guys. Don't forget about Free Comic Book Day on May 2nd. Art Night is every Tuesday. Live models the last Tuesday of every month. Writing Night is every Thursday. So we will see you guys there, and look out for all the posts on all the great stuff coming for Free Comic Book Day.